In the heart of the Great War, amidst the cacophony of artillery fire and the relentless march of soldiers, the British Army found itself locked in a deadly stalemate. The trenches stretched for miles, a grim tapestry of mud and despair, where the lives of countless men hung in the balance. Yet, in the thick of this chaos, a flicker of ingenuity emerged, a spark of creativity that would redefine the art of surveillance and warfare. This was the genesis of the lifelike, hollow steel trees, an innovation born from necessity and desperation. The concept began in the minds of a small group of engineers and military strategists who gathered in the dimly lit confines of a makeshift headquarters. They were tasked with the daunting challenge of gathering intelligence on enemy movements without drawing attention to themselves. Traditional observation posts were too vulnerable. They were often discovered and dismantled by the enemy's keen eyes. The engineers pondered how they could blend into the landscape, how they could become part of the very environment that surrounded them. It was then that the idea struck them. If they could create trees that appeared real, they could hide their soldiers in plain sight. Over the following weeks, the team worked tirelessly, sketching designs and sourcing materials. They envisioned trees that would mimic the native flora, their branches adorned with leaves that danced in the wind. The trunk would be hollow, spacious enough to accommodate a soldier, equipped with a small window camouflaged by foliage. As the first prototypes took shape, the engineers marveled at the lifelike quality of their creations. Each tree was crafted with meticulous attention to detail, from the bark texture to the subtle variations in color that would make them indistinguishable from the real thing. Once the trees were ready, soldiers were trained in the art of remaining still and silent within their arboreal sanctuaries. They learned to adapt to the cramped conditions, honing their patience as they awaited the perfect moment to observe the enemy. Equipped with scopes and radios, these men became the eyes and ears of the British Army, able to relay critical information back to their commanders without ever exposing themselves to danger. The first deployment of these ingenious structures was met with skepticism. Some officers doubted the efficacy of such an unconventional approach. However, as the trees were strategically placed along the front lines, the results spoke for themselves. Hidden within the steel trunks, soldiers reported troop movements, artillery placements, and supply routes, all while remaining undetected. The enemy, oblivious to the presence of their watchers, continued their routines, unwittingly giving the British forces a tactical advantage. As the war dragged on, the use of these lifelike trees became more widespread. They dotted the landscape like sentinels, their hollow interiors housing men who became masters of observation. The soldiers inside formed a unique camaraderie, bonding over shared stories and whispered jokes, their laughter muffled by the layers of steel and foliage that surrounded them. Yet they remained ever vigilant, their eyes trained on the horizon, waiting for the moment when they could provide the crucial intelligence that might turn the tide of battle. One fateful day, a soldier named Thomas, stationed in one of the trees, witnessed a significant enemy maneuver. His heart raced as he relayed the information through the radio, his voice steady despite the tension that coursed through him. Within hours, the British forces launched a counteroffensive based on his intelligence, leading to a decisive victory. That day, the hollow steel trees proved not only to be a clever ruse, but a vital component of the war effort. As the war drew to a close, the trees became symbols of resilience and innovation. They represented the lengths to which men would go to protect their comrades and secure victory. In the annals of military history, the lifelike trees would remain a testament to the ingenuity of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, creativity could flourish and change the course of history.